Well, we're back. We're back. We're back once more.
We are.
We're gonna talk about martial arts matchups today. Probably.
Ah!
No, don't do that. No. Why'd you do that?
You said martial arts, and Sonic got scared.
Did we love the episode? Did we, Don? Did we like it?
Yeah, I like the episode a lot.
I hated it. No, I'm kidding. I loved it. Um, did you watch it with Nem, or did you just watch it by yourself?
I watched it by myself, but I might rewatch it with him. It depends.
Okay.
Depends how late I get home.
Makes sense. Makes sense. I mean, more importantly, who cares
Gonna go
about
see-
Ash Yugi? I'm gonna see FNAF 2 tonight.
Yeah.
FNAF 2, yeah. We can start. We're already off to a fucking great start. Ryu versus Goku.
Not even composite, just Ryu versus
Just
Goku.
Ryu versus Goku.
It, they're martial artists. They throw a fireball.
They do throw a fireball.
They have a rival. They fight a bad guy.
We're just describing
They
most
have an
of
evil,
fiction.
fucked up form.
Yeah? Is that
Yeah.
it? That's it? That's it? No, nothing else to actually comment on?
These two characters don't have all that much in common.
Well, I know that, but like, you're not gonna talk about the fight potential or nothing? You just, that's it?
Well, the fight potential is that Goku, even in original Dragon Ball, is debatably planet level, so he just wins.
Well, what about composite?
Like it, composite, it's the same power set for both, but now they're stronger.
Well, now there's Fortnite.
Yeah, now there's Fortnite Battle
And
Pass.
Power Rangers. We can have Ryu in the Power Ranger suit.
Yeah, where he turns into a Power Ranger and just continues to throw fireballs and Shoryukens and Tatsumakis because they forgot to like give him a weapon or anything. So he's still just Ryu.
So he gets
Oh no,
nothing
now
to
the Hadouken he throws, his Hadouken is a bird now.
do. Ooh. Ooh.
It's different.
I mean, generally, like, I wouldn't mind Ryu versus... Not us, because I don't really want to do it, but I wouldn't mind if, like, another show did Ryu versus Goku composite. I don't want it as a death battle, though.
No,
Like, I'm okay.
I'm not terribly interested.
It's white now? What does that mean? What does that mean, Bradster? Why'd you say that? What do you mean it's white now?
Ryu?
I don't know what that means. Ken Masters versus Terry Bogard.
Yeah, this makes sense, but I mean, like, I don't know. I think another show could definitely tackle this and get a little more out of it than the Death Battle did. Not that the Death Battle was bad, but like, the scaling for both is very of its era.
Yeah, for sure. Well, didn't Smash Bracket do this? Like a more modern take on it?
I don't know. I don't fucking watch Smash
I'm
Bracket.
pretty sure Smash Bracket did Ken versus Terry for that show, and then they just made it more modern. I actually don't remember who won. I think Terry won? I think? Should Terry win that?
I'm pretty sure Terry kicks Ken's ass because it's like, I think even just using Fatal Fury, they're in like similar ballparks of power, unless you're using like the Udon comics and you fully scale Ken to like own it.
Don's
Or
dying.
whatever canon merit if you scale.
There we go. I can hear you again. Donovan.
Oh no, I'm dying. Why am I dying? So by the same merit that you could scale Ken to Oni or whatever, and be like, oh, he's like fucking Planet E star level or whatever, you could also scale Terry to King of Fighters, where he would be like Planet to Universe level.
Well, don't they just scale directly to one another?
I think it's debatable for some of the characters in KOF. like whether or not it's canon, and there's also it's debatable which KOF games are canon to KOF. Because I think the Dream Match games aren't typically canon.
Oh, okay. I just know that in the story mode for Street Fighter 6, like Terry and Mai are both there.
Oh yeah, I mean, like, yeah, at this point they just scale to each other, so it's really just fucking. I guess at this point it's who cares.
The matchup is irrelevant. Nobody cares anymore. I like
It's
Terry.
same series now.
Terry's cool.
Go home, everyone. It's same series.
Go home. Okay, we can talk about this one a little bit. Makoto Nijima versus Tifa Lockhart.
They did the characters on the wrong sides.
I didn't even notice that. Fuck!
You're burned!
I think Tifa's probably one of the bigger choices for like a Final Fantasy character we could use, even though I know you're not huge on like 7, I guess.
I mean, I like Final Fantasy VII. It's just that nothing else ever fucking gets used. This matchup is cool. I like both of these characters. Makoto kicks the fuck out of Tifa. It's not close.
Is it really not that close? Isn't fucking Final Fantasy like multi, like complex multi?
That's using like the very high end stuff from like Dissidia and shit, which is only debatably canon. Only using Final Fantasy VII Tifa's like solar system level, but even with multi, fucking Persona gets higher dimensional scaling, if not just outerversal. So
Dormanos dislikes fucking Makoto. Why? Makoto's one of the best characters in that game.
yeah, she's one of the only characters I like out of Persona 5's like Phantom Thieves.
Yeah, crazy take. Crazy take. I feel like the fight would be cool though.
But it is martial arts.
Yeah,
There's two dudes
it does
throwing.
fit. Yeah, that'd be cool. I wouldn't be opposed, but I feel like there are probably more interesting like Final Fantasy matchups we could do, and we did do a Persona 5 character really not that long ago. So
Yeah.
yeah, Michelangelo versus Terry Bogard. Why?
I don't understand why these two against each other, because like I'm not sure I understand the connections at all. It's funny to see Terry here again within like 2 submissions. I don't think we would do this one. I'm not against using either Terry or Michelangelo though.
I just don't get the comparison. Like, yeah, they do have martial arts, I guess, but like, why? Why? What's the comparison?
They have siblings.
They have siblings.
They have
That's
siblings. They speak English.
it. That's it.
New York versus Florida.
Okay, now you sold me. Kazuma Kiryu versus Ryu Hazuki. I've heard of Shenmue. I think that's how you say it. Shenmue.
Yeah, Shenmue.
I like Yakuza.
This matchup. I think it's cool.
I like Kiryu. I wouldn't be opposed to
Yakuza's
using
very
Kiryu
cool.
again.
Yeah, I like Yakuza. I like Kiryu. His episode's not canon.
Yeah, it's not canon anymore. It doesn't exist.
We could definitely do this, and they have matching sprites because they're both in Project Crosszone.
Oh yeah, they are both in Project. Yeah, that's right. And yeah, I mean, I don't really know much about Shenmue.
Discord goatedly making me lag. It's
Yeah,
awesome.
Discord loves fucking with you. Yeah, no, I think Shenmue would be interesting. I don't know anything about it, but I would be opposed. Ooh, now I can fucking talk. Johnny Lawrence versus Rudy Gillespie. Cobra Kai versus Kickin' It. Kickin' It is fucking awesome. That's one of the best. That's like easily one of the best Disney like sitcoms.
I would not at all be opposed to a Cobra Kai versus Kickin' It matchup.
It's so goofy and funny, and Johnny is like easily one of the best characters in all of Karate Kid.
I don't think this is the last time we see both of these series on this poll, so...
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I fucking love I fucking love.
So, this will be our first live action one. We'll get the actual actors.
Yeah, we'll get the actual people to just fucking fight. Hey, hey, actor for Rudy Gillespie, can you please get on my Versus show and fight Johnny Lawrence from Cobra Kai? Fuck.
They go, yes, of course. I would do anything to be on Realm of Gods.
They would. I mean, Realm of God. Being on Realm of Gods is like a fucking honor. Didn't one of the students just disappear from the Kickin' It show? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've seen Kickin' It, but
yeah, I have no idea.
Let me move on.
I could be Bobby Wasabi.
Bobby was Bobby Wasabi. Greninja versus Rano.
It's neat. I don't know much about Rivals of Aether. I've played it before, but
I feel like, well, I mean, I've talked about this before. I feel like the big Rivals fight I'd want to do is Fish Bungeon versus Orcan. But other than that, like, I mean, I'm just not super interested in anybody else from Rivals. And then Greninja, I mean, just got a really... I mean, he's not the focus of it, but he got a pretty good episode today. I don't know. I mean, I get it, but I don't think it's that interesting.
yeah, we did.
I don't think
I don't either. I'm not its biggest fan. I would be more into it if Greninja retained the bubble aesthetic from Froakie and Frogadier, but
no, he doesn't get that. No.
Alas.
Maybe this
Alas,
one...
now he has a
What? Discord, stop fucking with Don's audio. This is gonna be the most miserable stream ever. What were you saying, Don?
I was saying that if Greninja fucking retained his bubble theming from Frogadier and Froakie, it would be base, but he's got a dumbass tongue now.
We can talk about the next one. Krillin versus Kung Lao. No.
Well, think about it. They are second fiddle to the main character. They're Shaolin monks. They throw a sharp disc at people as their main attack.
I get it, but fucking...
That's pretty specific.
Kung Lao is fucking mid. Why we're not doing Kung Lao?
Okay, what if Kung Lao showed up himself to play the character?
Kung Lao himself showed up to play himself.
Yeah, he pulls out his driver's license and it says Kung Lao, descendant of the great Kung Lao.
If that, by some fucking chance, happened, I think I would die instantly on the spot. I would die of shock.
You would die. You would be like, "Hey guys, it's me, Kung Lao," and you would just seize.
I would just, yeah.
You just stop living.
I cease to exist.
Oh, I die.
Krillin, I feel like you've been like very obvious about wanting to do Krillin, so I mean, I feel like we'll probably.
Krillin. He's my favorite Dragon Ball character.
Is this like the big Krillin fight you like, or is there another one?
Krillin doesn't really fucking have interesting matchups, so it's like this fucking Aquaman, Liu Kang, if you want to go a different route, Bumblebee.
Bumblebee. Mortal Kombat reality over fiction
Geras.
scaling? Shut the fuck up. No reality over fiction scaling. Not for Kung Lao.
Krillin versus Anguirus pisses me the fuck off.
Krillin versus who?
Anguirus.
I don't know who the fuck that is. You made that up.
That's a Godzilla kaiju.
You made that up. You actually invented Godzilla?
This is true. I invented it for Death Battle.
You invented him for that battle. We can move on. Sakura versus Yuri. I like this fight a lot. I think it's a cool fight.
This fight is cool.
I'd like to use Sakura again.
This one. Sakura's episode is also not canon anymore.
Yeah, so we can do Sakura again, and I feel like Yuri's probably the big fight. I have to imagine. Well, they don't have. Well, I guess they do have the versus the Capcom versus SNK games, so they would by extension like have scaling to one another if you wanted to count that. But unlike Ken and Terry, they don't have like other canonical examples of them fighting, or like arguable canonical stuff.
Yeah.
It makes me sad that Sakura is still
Yeah,
not
so
in
put that in your
Street
answer,
Fighter 6. Shut the fuck up. It still makes me sad that Sakura isn't in Street Fighter 6. Not that Street Fighter 6 is all that good of a game, because like I played it and had fun with it like when it came out for like the first week, and then they must have nerfed everything to hell because it's just not fun to play anymore. Man, I want to play a good Street Fighter game again. But yeah, Sakura Yuri's cool. I don't know shit about Yuri, but Sakura, my beloved.
Yuri is basically the same deal. Yuri is Ryo Sakazaki's younger brother, and they got like a dojo that they run.
Oh,
She's a goober.
She looks like a goober based off this fucking thumbnail. We can talk about Meta Knight versus Jubei.
Basically the idea here is tiny swordsmen who are like ridiculously powerful, but always just fuck off until the last moment to look cool when they save the day.
I don't know shit about Jubei.
Jubei is he's a cat, and Taukaka and her whole species are based off of him. Kokonoe is his daughter because he fucked a witch. He trained Ragna how to fight. He's Ragna's mentor. He's one of the 6 heroes who helped beat the Black Beast back in the day. And he can wield 2 swords at the same time, one with his hand, one with his tail, and to do funny spin attacks. And he's got long claws and shit.
Meta Knight would be cool. I really don't know shit about fucking Jubei. Like, even when you explained it to me, it was a lot of just like, not even me trying to be mean. It's just like one ear and out the other because I don't know Blaze Blue like that. What? Jubei got together with a witch called Nine. Whatever.
Yeah, Phantom, a witch fuck.
Bradster, it's funny you mentioned Shizo, or I forget his name, how you pronounce his name, but we were going to do that at one point.
We're smart.
We can move on. Ivan Drago versus Johnny Lawrence. Rocky versus the Karate Kid. I get it.
Ivan Drago versus Johnny Lawrence. I think Drago would just fucking beat his shit in, wouldn't he?
Probably. I mean, I don't think it's that different. I don't think we'd have that much different to say, like, for the Kicking It versus Rocky, or not Kicking It versus Rocky, the Karate Kid versus Rocky stuff. Like, there's a blog, and the multiverse match was like, yeah, Rocky, generally, like, Rocky characters should probably win. So I don't know how much we'd have to say on, like, matchups like that, like, that are subversions, because this is basically just the evil or like anti versions of Rocky and fucking what's his name? I want to say
Danny.
Danny, yeah. It's just, I mean, we'd just say the same thing. Ivan Drago would probably kick Johnny's ass harder than Rocky would beat Danny.
I would have to assume so, yeah.
Yeah. Not super interested. Yo! Now we're fucking talking. Iron Fist versus Karate Kid. Marvel versus DC. Done. Can we please do it?
Speaking of...
Oh god, Discord is not wanting to work with you today.
We can't.
It's just like you will just lag out every time I ask you a question. Most one-sided stream of all time.
Am I back? Am I back? Am
There
I
you
audible?
go. There you go. I can hear you again.
I was saying, speaking of Danny's, and then I said, no, we can't do it.
What? What?
I went to Kunlun, and they said I couldn't.
They said you couldn't. You can't use Iron Fist.
Yeah,
Why?
he's busy.
He's busy. He's not in
You know, he can't
Rivals. He's
book
not in
him.
Rivals. He's not getting his fucking show back. What the fuck? What is he doing?
He's managing an event.
Whatever, man. Iron Fist fans can't
They-
have anything on this fucking show.
He's making his own version.
He's making his own versus show. Iron Fist fights. The new
Yeah.
name. Fist fights. There you go. It'd be another fucking versus show with FF as like the fucking little name.
Fucking awesome.
You'd probably have more to say about this one than I would. Kiniku Man, I think. Kiniku Man versus Poe.
Yeah, Kiniku. Basically just goofy and there's other Kanikumans and there's other Dragon Warriors. I could see the vibe. I think I would want Kinikuman to fight another wrestler
Right.
specifically. But I mean, I think his fight's alright. I would not be opposed to it.
I mean, it's alright, like... I mean, Poe just... Iron Fist versus Poe still kind of holds up. I mean, like, what? Do you guys want us to talk about Kung Fu Panda 4 and how fucking goated that movie is? Is that what you want? Like, I don't know what else we would have to say about it. Stop! Shifu versus Splinter. This is a Hippo Core matchup. This is, like, one of his favorite matchups, I'm pretty sure. But I think Shifu's kind of fucking
I get
mid.
the idea. Yeah, who the fuck wants to talk about Master Shifu? Because it's like, what the in the movies, right? What the fuck does he actually do? Name a Master Shifu fight that isn't just him getting fucking bullied by Tai Lung.
Because that is literally all he does in that movie is get bullied by Tai
And
Lung.
then- He probably does a little more, but it's like Master Splinter's that guy. Master Shifu's kind of a dick.
Splinter's cool. I like Splinter a lot.
Yeah, if we did Splinter, it would have to be against someone worth a fuck.
We'll have to do Splinter versus like some kind of sentient like anthropomorphic pigeon character. So that's how we do rat versus pigeon.
We have to do Splinter versus a rat that turned into a man.
A rat that turned into a man. I don't think that's a.
We got to do Splinter versus Peter Pettigrew.
Yeah. Fuck. Okay, Rugal versus M. Bison. I feel like you've pitched this to me before.
Regal versus Bison is pretty cool. They're villains, and then they disappear for a while. Then they come back, and like they just keep coming back, and they're super fucking powerful and shit. And in like the Capcom SNK games, these two are like kind of rivals. It's cool. I like it. I think it's pretty neat.
I think M. Bison's cool. I wouldn't mind. I would not mind talking about it. Talking about M. Bison.
I think especially their newest games they did come back for.
Oh yeah, yeah, he did come back in SSX. Because of course he did. This one feels like a good mixture of me and you's interest. Akihiko Sanada versus Kamen Rider Meteor.
Yeah, Kamen Rider Meteor's from Forze. He is the secondary writer. He is a martial artist, and one of his signature moves is he just cloaks himself in a blue orb and then flies around and just fucking knocks everybody over.
I think
He's pretty cool.
I feel like he was in one of those
He's a
movies
bit of
we'd
an
watch
asshole, but
together.
he's kind of cool. He was in Superhero Tyson because he fucking shows up while Forze's getting his shit kicked in by Gokai Red.
Akihiko would be cool. I wouldn't mind talking about Akihiko. Persona 3 is my least favorite of the main
Yeah.
Persona trilogy, but I wouldn't mind talking about Persona 3. Oh, now we're into
Speaking of Persona,
we're in the Chie trilogy. So we have Chie versus Rock Lee.
they like martial arts and have a stupid haircut.
Chie kicks Rock Lee's ass. That's not close at all.
Yeah. Nice 8 gates. Here's my persona. It just fucking kicks him into the sun.
Yeah, a little bit. just a little bit. I like Chie, and we'll talk about some other matchups I like for her. But like, and I like Rock Lee. Like Rock Lee's one of my favorite Naruto characters. But like, I don't need to see either of them fight each other. And even if Rock Lee versus Sanji isn't like great, like I'm not like inclined to do a Rock Lee fight.
What?
Wait, we can talk. This is the one I like: Chie versus Mako, because Kill la Kill got buffs recently. I think it's like multi, and that's not far from where Persona 4 is, as far as I know. I have to imagine Chie still probably wins
No,
this.
Persona 4 is like 4-dimensional, which is yeah, 4-dimensional is basically an infinite degree above multiversal, so it is still like pretty cut and dry. There's also the issue of Mako's life fiber uniform she has for all of like one fight.
Yeah, but Mako's silly, and I
Like
like her, and she's funny.
she puts it on in one episode while the family's being overcome by all of the lavish high income lifestyle shit. They're like, no way, hot water and good food every night. And then Mako puts this on to fight Ryuko. And she's kind of beating Ryuko's ass, but that's because Ryuko is refusing to swing back at her. Uh, the second that Ryuko starts trying, Mako's not anywhere near a match, and she gets stripped of her shit immediately. Like she's got some funny like gag moments throughout the series, but Mako's really just not much of a fighter, especially compared to Chie, because like outside of them having similar haircuts and being, I guess, tomboyish, I don't think they're very similar characters.
Fair enough, but counterpoint. I think I like both a lot, and I'd like talking about them, and thus, it's cool, and I like it.
I
Get
like both a lot
fucked.
too. Persona 4 is my favorite Persona game, and Kill la Kill is my favorite anime. Mako does not have enough for like a proper versus analysis.
Wrong, wrong,
I also
wrong.
do not think she would scale to the multiversal stuff, so it would probably be more like building level versus 4D.
Wrong, wrong, wrong. Moving on.
That's an interesting point. Picks all of your fingernails off, eats them.
Ew. Yang Yumo versus Chie. I don't know what the fuck Dusk Diver is. I don't know what that is.
I don't either.
Well, there you go. We'd
I
like
have
to
no
use
idea.
Chie. I'd like to use Chie. I don't know. I actually have a Chie jacket. Actually. But
No, you don't. I ate it.
oh well, never mind. But yeah, no, I don't know who that is. It looks cool though. Thumbnail looks cool. Ryu versus Scorpion, but this time they're both composited. Is this actually more interesting than Goku is?
Probably because Ryu and Scorpion fight so differently and have been in like more different things. And there's also like technically they've crossed over a couple times. There's a card game that's Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat and Tekken, and it was gonna have a Darkstalkers expansion, but they never released it. Uh, so these two have met a couple times.
Wait, no, they have. I thought they never have like actually met.
Nope, they met in a card game, and they've now. I think now they've met in Fortnite as well.
Yeah, they're both. Yeah, they're both in Fortnite.
But I think it's interesting too that they use the Battle for the Grid Ryu and Injustice Scorpion. That's fun.
That's.
Uh,
Oh yeah, I didn't even catch that.
talking about Injustice would be cool. Talking about this is also just like Goku and Ryu is so surface level of they are martial artists. They throw a fireball. This is like a proper rivalry.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed. This actually kind of sounds kind of interesting. It would be a lot to research, but it also sounds like it would be fun. And I think a subversion on like normal Ryu versus Scorpion is cool.
Yeah. So this is neat.
Neat. Uh, the Popeye horror movie Royale. I'm not pulling up this thumbnail because it's gonna mess with the stream. But
So I greenlit this one, not because it only barely fits the theme, but I had noted, I think Nim brought it to my attention, that there are now 3 separate, completely individual, not related to each other, Popeye slasher movies because the characters somewhat entered the public domain. And I think the idea of a 3-way battle royale between them is so fucking stupid that it's kind of funny.
I just researching and funding this sounds miserable. I don't know. No, I disagree. I disagree. Bad. This is why I thumbs down it. Okay, this one I think actually has a canonical like crossover. Oma versus Baki, which is rather Ken Ganashira versus Baki.
They did have an official crossover, and they I think fought to a stalemate.
So they canonically stalemate one another. The winner is
If we're looking at just feats from both series, Baki kicks the shit out of Oma. I don't think it's very close.
I feel like we probably. Do you like Baki, Don? I don't know.
It alright. I think it makes for a fun versus episode.
I do wonder. Like, I wouldn't be opposed to talking about a Baki character.
Yeah.
Just because I'm interested in like learning more about it. I don't know shit about Ken Ganashira. I just do that like Netflix I think did like a crossover movie with him.
Yeah, they did.
Fighting game Bruce Lee homage battle royale. Fei Long versus Liu Kang versus Jan Lee versus martial law.
No thanks.
This is the first Realm of Gods to make -2 views.
Yeah.
Star Strikes Iron. Natsuo Ishido versus Hongo Hina.
So I don't know too much about Teppu. Both Nico and Ray have been trying to shill it to me, but I have read some of Star Striker Rich. Basically, main character, pink-haired girl here, is a secret fucking like chemical freak baby from a test tube that was made by a cult, and then she's got like super strength. And she was just a regular high school girl until a retired MMA fighter was like, "Hey, let's make money by running an underground fight ring." And they have her as like their star, and they let a bunch of like fucking freaks and like weirdos and like other like genetic monsters go fight her, but she's a fucking demon, and it gets really violent. I imagine Teppu has to have a similar thing, so this would just be like women's MMA but manga.
Are these both women? I know the girl that writes women. I couldn't even tell on the left.
Yeah, Teppu is also martial arts. It's also MMA manga girl slap.
Okay, that makes sense. I don't know shit about either, but I mean I get it based off what you described.
Yeah, Nico could probably pitch it better than I could, but
yeah. Ooh, this is fucking peak. Sensei Wu versus the Sensei from Club Penguin. What the peak?
green.
Green. Your elemental color is green.
Green. No, this one's funny.
I kind of hope the Club Penguin Sensei kicks Sensei Wu's ass. But I have to imagine Ninjago is kind of fucking crazy.
I think it does get pretty crazy.
Sensei was a fucking stupid character, but he's funny. We'd get Boomer to research all of Ninjago. I don't know why, but that just seems like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make Boomer research Ninjago.
That'd be really funny.
Comp Santa versus Sumo Santa. So what do you mean Comp Santa? Like, is it? Cause
like every Santa from Robot Chicken.
Okay. You could have just said Santa from Robot Chicken, and that's what we would have done anyway. But uh, what is there to say about this?
Well, fucking Robot Chicken Santa's gonna die because he's gonna get smushed under Sumo Santa's big fat belly.
Okay. Liu Kang versus Liu Kang versus Mori Jin.
The only thing I ever fucking hear about God of High School is how OP and badass Jin is.
Yeah, that's all I ever hear too.
And I always hear people going, oh, well, he's based on Sun Wukong, so that's the Goku matchup. And I'm like, I don't care. I don't want to talk about God Liu Kang. If we have to do Mori Jin at some point, Mori Jin versus Sung Jin Woo seems like a more interesting thing to talk about just because it seems like there could maybe be an interesting debate there.
Who's Sung Jin Woo from? When is he from?
That's Solo Leveling.
Solo Level. Okay. Okay, I was like, I heard
Because
the
Solo
name
Leveling and
before.
God of High School are like two of the biggest of, like, I think they're both manhwa.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I hear nothing about how fucking shit Solo Leveling is, though.
It's hype moments and aura, but I mean, for the sake of a Versus episode, that's fine.
Okay, fair enough. But yeah, all I hear about Mori Jin is how fucking BA badass and OP he is. Liu Kang was a tool for me to get Kamen Rider Geats on Death Battle, and I have no other interest in him otherwise. I'm okay. Mai Shiranui versus Kasumi.
They're fighting game ninjas with big old boobies. It's okay. I think Mai is definitely a character deserving of a better Versus episode than she got.
Right.
I think Mai's in one of the Dead or Alive games. I'm pretty sure she was a guest character for DOA 5. So there's matching assets, I guess, at least. Dead or Alive would also be interesting, but I think Dead or Alive versus Virtua Fighter might be worth looking into. As like a series mesh.
That does actually kind of like mesh well, or sounds good together, I guess.
Because those are the other two big like 3D fighters, and they're like from the same development team, I think. That would be cool, but
yeah, makes sense. Buddha versus Kisuke.
Urahara is one of my favorite Bleach characters. He's pretty cool. And then Record of Ragnarok is just a big fucking like martial arts tournament, so it fits. I don't know specifically what the vibe is. I'm gonna go out on a limb and guess. Any Record of Ragnarok fans, feel free to correct me in the comments. I think Buddha's whole thing is that he fights on the side of the humans despite being from the side of the gods. And Urahara's whole bit to begin with is that he is a Soul Reaper that was cast into the human world and helps Ichigo get to the Soul Society.
Okay, I've seen Kisuke paired with Gojo before, like Makima happened.
Yeah, they're both very like mysterious mentors that have like way more fucking baggage than you think they would.
Okay, I wouldn't be opposed. This aesthetically, this like kind of vibes to me. So I wouldn't be opposed. Yeah. Stealth Elf versus Espio. No, we're not using Espio. Not even like I hate Espio.
Purple.
Yeah, he's purple. We have a Skyland. We had a Skylanders matchup on the tournament, which we'll talk about in a minute. But
none of you voted for it.
None of you voted for it. But no, we're not doing Espio. I don't even dislike Espio, but it's like he has fucking nothing to talk about. He would not be
Sonic Chaotix and Sonic Heroes, or he's in Knuckles Chaotix and Sonic Heroes, and he's not like.
I guess you can like focus on the IDW, but a lot of like the big feats in Sonic aren't performed with Espio, and it's like half a yeah, no, we're not using Espio.
Scaling him to shit that he just was not there.
He was not there for. Yeah, that entire rundown would just be going Espio scales to Sonic.
Espio's a fucking ninja, and he can be invisible, and he throws ninja stars and kunai, and he could do a ninja flip.
Yeah. Terry Bogard versus John Talbane.
A third Terry Bogard submission.
I don't even get it. Why?
Because Terry Bogard's nickname is the Hungry Wolf of Southtown. And he has
Bad.
Buster Wolf. He's wolf themed.
That's it.
There's also John Talbane is not an interesting character to talk about.
No. Most of his fucking death battles, them talking about how Darkstalker, like what Darkstalkers is more than John as a character.
Yeah.
So no, I disagree. Goku versus Aang.
Hold on. I think you mean Geeko versus Ong.
Kiku versus Aang.
Yeah. Well, Geeko is what his bullies call him in the movie, and then in the movie they don't say Aang, they say Ong.
I actually don't know who would win.
How do you get Ong? Goku would win. Goku has this huge fucking feat in his Ozaru form towards the end of the movie where they disperse clouds across like an entire mountain range.
What the fuck? Well, not. I mean, I guess I feel like I would be rooting for Giku over Ong in this because I mean, Dragon Ball Evolution's like funny in a vacuum. M. Night Shyamalan's Avatar
it's terrible,
sucks.
but it's so fucking funny.
Yeah. Moving on. Okay, now this is when I can talk about it a little bit. So, I mean, I only barely alluded to it with Sensei Wu earlier. I fucking love Ninjago. That was one of the bigger, like, Lego stuff I was into as a kid. Lloyd's fucking cool. And I'm really interested in Monkey Kid, because, like, it's so fucking hard to find where to watch that shit legally. Like, you almost have to pirate it if you want to enjoy it. But Monkey Kid just looks so looks so cool and like aesthetically, like talking about Ninjago and like 2 Lego series.
I
all
love
about
that they
like
got
physical
Sean
combat.
Schemmel to voice Sun Wukong. I think that's really
that's
funny.
fun. I want to learn more about Monkey Kid. And I like Lloyd a lot, so I would not be opposed. This sounds like a really good way to like mix in
this matchup's
Lego
cool.
series.
I like this matchup.
Yeah, I would not mind talking about Ninjago or Monkey Kid. I really want to set on the time to like watch Monkey Kid. We can move on, and a good one to end it on. This is our last submission. We don't have as many submissions as the last one. Daredevil versus Yagami from Judgment. So, I really want to do a Daredevil fight. Like, I really, really want to talk about Daredevil on the show. We just don't have the fucking matchup for him. This
What's
one...
the fucking rat in the background?
I didn't even notice. What the fuck? Why'd you make the... Whatever.
There's like a mouse.
Why'd you do that, Bradster? No, I'd fucking love to talk about... I'd love to talk about Daredevil. Daredevil is one of my favorite fucking Marvel characters ever, and like one of the... Just generally like one of my favorite characters ever. Yagami is from like a side series to the Yakuza games. I have the first Judgment. I haven't played it, but it's in my library and it's in my backlog. So I definitely want to give Yagami learn more about him. From what I hear, this sounds like just like kind of like a cool like aesthetic mesh because a lot of Judgment stuff is like like aesthetically like this sounds cool.
This fight sounds like it would go really hard, but it does also kind of sound like Matt probably kicks his shit in.
You have to imagine, unless like Judgment has all the crazy like item stuff from Yakuza, because Matt is still only a street tier, and I know Kiryu can get kind of fucking crazy. So if Judgment has anything similar, then I mean maybe it's close. Maybe there's more to talk about. I really want to look into Yagami and like kind of figure out what his stick is. But this is definitely one of the higher picks for a Daredevil fight if we did one.
Mm-hmm.
If people have Daredevil fights,
it would be pronounced Yagami, not Yagami.
Yagami, okay.
Yeah, Yagami.
Wow, darn. We had a special friend pop in for the tournament today.
Yeah, we sure do.
We
hired him on Fiverr.
Yeah, we hired him on Fiverr. I'll play that video now. We'll be right back.
Welcome to the Tournament of Gods, a weekly tournament where you, the viewers at home, get to vote for an episode of Realm of Gods to be made. Each week on the Cast of Pods podcast, we will announce a bracket of the tournament, up until we reach the finals. These polls will be hosted on the Aqua Studios YouTube channel, so make sure to cast your vote after the stream.
Last week, ye scallywags voted between 4 matchups.
and Pac-Man versus Bomberman ended up...
Okay, I'm sorry, chat room. I fucking could have swore I fixed it from last time, but no.
It's me, the Flying Dutchman. I thought perhaps last time when you showed a bit of me
fucking
episode,
with the stream.
you just meant to use me. You meant to use
I did not mean
me.
to
You
use
just
the Flying
cut me off by
Dutchman.
accident. So
I
thought I would show up again.
I've been trying not to
show up again.
But no, he has to keep fucking showing up and inviting himself. So I'm gonna try and fix
Your curse
it.
will only be broken when you use me on Realm of Gods.
I'm gonna fix it right now, chat room. Trust, okay? Okay, give me a second. I'm sorry, chat room. I'm gonna fix this midstream. I'm not trying to fucking mess with y'all. So, the Flying Dutchman's a fucking attention whore. Fuck that guy. We're never invited.
You need a bar of soap to wash out that sailor mouth of yours.
Fuck you. You're messing with my stream and it's pissing me.
Ooh, yippee.
Okay, chat room. I'm fixing it. I'm fucking fixing it. Okay. Here we go.
Welcome to the Tournament of Gods, a weekly tournament where you, the viewers at home, get to vote for an episode of Realm of Gods to be made. Each week on the Cast of Pods podcast, we will announce a bracket of the tournament, up until we reach the finals. These polls will be hosted on the Aqua Studios YouTube channel, so make sure to cast your vote after the stream.
Hello, I'm Mr. Frog. Last time, you voted for Hello Kitty versus Hatsune Miku. This time, here are your choices. Goodbye.